Live from WCNC NBC Charlotte, this is Charlotte Today with your hosts Colleen Odegaard and Eugene Robinson.
A new year is always a fresh new start. Setting new goals for the new year can sound overwhelming, and sometimes it's unclear where to start.
Success coach David Neagle has some advice for us. He's sharing a few ways to set achievable goals for 2020. David, good morning. It's great to see you. Thanks for being here.
I'm happy to be here.
Okay, everybody sets New Year's resolutions. They've got big goals for the new year. A lot of times by the second week of January, we've already let go of them. You've got a few tips for us. The first thing you say to do is to set a timeline.
Yes. So I believe that especially when you're first starting off to set goals, set a timeline that's reasonable, where you know you will keep the commitment with what it is that you say that you do. Part of the problem with goals is that we've said them so many times and haven't followed through. Subconsciously, we literally break trust with ourselves. So there's nothing in us that actually says, I'm going to commit to this new behavior and actually follow through. So I recommend start off with 30 days so that you can literally write out the behaviors that you're going to change so that you can mark and accomplish those goals and actually see it. It's very important.
Okay.
David, you also say be relentless in pursuit of your goals, right?
Yes.
So expound upon that.
So relentless means that when you set a new goal, you're changing a behavior, you're changing a habit. Your subconscious mind is going to fight you against that because change is unknown to that part of our brain. All that brain is concerned with, that part of our brain, the limbic part, is survival. So unknown could be dangerous. And it doesn't know that even if you set a goal to lose weight or better health or better family or more money, whatever it is, it doesn't know that that's not going to be dangerous to you. So when you set that goal, you have to be aware of that. Your subconscious mind is going to try to latch onto something that says pay more attention to this in your life than the actual goal. And then that's where people fail because they agree with the problem that shows up in life and they don't actually follow through. So you have to be relentless in breaking through those things. It's not that we don't deal with them from a place of responsibility. We have to, but we have to do the new behavior, in achievement of that new goal regardless.
It's even when it's uncomfortable to sort of push through and do it anyway, because you're right. I know the brain is just trying to protect you. The brain is saying, whoa, change, we don't know this. It's scary. It's scary to us. Let's not do this. So how do you help people kind of get through and be relentless? Because the second it feels difficult, it's like, oh, I'm out, I'm not doing it.
Well, what's fascinating is that we're only born with two fears, the fear of falling and the fear of loud noises. Every other fear is learned and it's passed down from one generation to another. So it's really understanding that the fear is not real. It's your imagination in overdrive really creating something that's negative in your life to try to get you to stop. People always say, how do I get the fear to go away so I can do this? You can't. You have to allow the fear to be there. That's the whole purpose of growth, because you're overcoming the fear, you're overcoming the habit, and then you get a new result.
Right, you allow the fear to be there and you act anyway.
Right.
Your next tip is to create the ideal environment for change. Talk more about that.
So the ideal environment is, let's say a person's going to lose weight, and you know that there's certain foods that you should not be eating if you're going to do this. Get those foods out of the house. Only put the options in that you have chosen for yourself to accomplish your weight loss and your fitness goals. It's the same thing with relationships. If you typically have dysfunctional relationships in your life, get the toxic people out and surround yourself with people that are supportive. Anything that we can do to bolster our environment to support the direction that we're going in, including friends and people that will hold us accountable, is absolutely necessary to the achievement and makes it much easier.
Totally agree. Good stuff, David. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you like the tips you learned today, be sure to check out David's podcast. It's called The Successful Mind. The Successful Mind. His website, it's there on the screen, davidneagle.com. Go there now. David, great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.